what it is. It's just two guys in a room looking at a video they did.
It is. We're here again. This is one of the new maps we've got for World of Tanks in the 3.2 update. I haven't been able to get the other one because I didn't turn the PC on in time, but we're here with Ultima Hunter.
Hello.
We're playing on the new variant Swamp. As you can immediately notice, there is a difference in spawns. I actually thought this was an assault because their spawn is so far away. One of the things we've noticed when we played this game is how aggressive you can play and how much of a less campfest it is compared to the previous Swamp. And one of the ways in which you'll see is when we go down the right hand side, the reason for choosing the right hand side is how it looks completely different, and how in previous games on Swamp you would sit roughly where I am now and shoot across. What I wanted to see was all the high rises and how well it acts into the middle. One of the things you will notice straight away is there is a big massive castle right in front of us. And we'll be both going up towards that one and see what it's actually like and battling around it. There are quite a few interesting aspects to this game, specifically around this castle that we noticed. Both of us playing in the T95E2s, the mediums, because we are fast, we're able to get up there quite quickly and find ourselves in an advantageous position. So you can already see how hilly everything is, how much cover you have. And this, you'll notice, when we actually come back into the game later on, you'll see why it is such an advantage, because when you're in a position of being ram raided by everyone, a tactical retreat is quite useful. So at the moment we've just pushed up on one of the new tank destroyers that you'll probably later see. As far as we can gather, completely pointless, terrible, and yeah, it's not very good in my opinion. It's like the Jagdpanzer, tier 6 TD, just one that can see tier 10s. There wasn't much we could find on it, but at the moment we've got a lot of mediums going forward, Hunters going left, and I'm staying on the right hand side taking out a CDC, as is usually the case when you come across them, because they're not usually driven very well. And one of the ways we're looking is to see if we can push around how much of an issue it is and what we can actually see when we get onto the other side. That's what I'm planning to do here. There's still a few people in the middle, and being aggressive and just YOLOing a tank and seeing what happens is one of the easiest ways to find out how well a specific map plays and how if you can adjust to your styles. At the moment it's going sort of well. We're winning 4-1, although I wouldn't say it's going that well when you see there's a Conqueror sat back camping, obviously because it's heavy tank. But yeah, let me know what you think on it now.
So moving into the middle where I was going was a bit of a mistake, because the Type 59, as you can see, had already pushed in there, and I was taking fire from another tank as well from the left, which wasn't a great smart move on my part there. Managed to get a few shots into the Type 59, as you just saw. Phobia managed to mop him up though, which helped me greatly. I was just in there on my own at this point, and there was another tank in there with me, but he got dispatched pretty quickly. And I can see the 110 and Indian Panzer, is it, pushing up, and then a 103. Yeah, so they all just come out of the woodwork, all at the same time. And this is the point we sort of decided, oh crap, we're gonna, maybe need to, retreat, because a lot of our team had been pushed around the top of the map, and they were already approaching the enemy from the other side. So it was sort of here where we started to think, yeah, okay, better turn around, because they've got a lot of tanks showing up here, and we are starting to dwindle in numbers. So as you can see, I've already said cheerio. I've gone. As soon as Phobia turns around, that's it. I'm already out of there. Previously, if you did this on this map, you would definitely get shot in the back. But because of the addition of all this cover and these hill changes, it allows to break the line of sight from any pursuers, which is good, because then it allows people to push forward knowing that they've got a backup plan. They can retreat without the fear of getting shot in the ass. So definitely big improvement there. I wasn't particularly fond of this map as it was, because it was, as Phobia pointed out previously, a massive campfest. Obviously taking the long way around here, because we don't want to run the risk of them getting a line of sight on us.
Not much health either, not on both of us.
No, so we're both pretty much one shot here.
It made it more interesting to play. I know this is only the first time we've actually played it, but it was more enjoyable. Not playing a game when you just sat waiting for stuff to get hit, even if you're a medium or a light tank, when you're spotting stuff. It wasn't that enjoyable, because generally speaking, no one ever moved from this middle part, and it was just so boring. So this is a very welcome change, although the way in which the other team has played it hasn't been that good, because to be honest, we managed to make it quite far past, so they've not really used their mediums effectively, and the heavy tanks haven't taken advantage of the fact there's no artillery, but at the same time, we did what we needed to do. We pushed them back and we played it to the point where they couldn't move forward until the tier 9s decided to roll up and roll in. We noticed that was happening and we were able to roll back because of that cover. Now it's just going to be a case of we're going to have to try and dwindle them down as far back as possible. One of the other things we noticed is that because the team were able to flank around the bottom, I've been able to get a good viewpoint on that side of the map because this one was more interesting on the amount of open space there is. They were able to push around and go around, cause the M103, the Conqueror, the Indian Panzer, the 110 to all turn back. And what we're going to try and do then is go back around the flank and go back where we started. The only issue is there was a motherland in front of us who was kind of stopping that, so there wasn't much point. But also, we've now started capping the base, and with this many tanks left on their team, who are all sort of in one spot, they're not going to reset the cap. There's no point in us going out and getting killed. We might as well just try and get the odd bit of damage every now and then, which is eventually what we ended up doing. I mean, I think RNG was in my favour because this T20, the Super Pershing in front of me was having absolutely no luck in having his tracks repaired and then immediately getting blown off. So it looks like he's lagging, moving back, but he is actually having his tracks repaired and then immediately getting tracked again. So that was sort of the plan of it, was just to get the odd bit of damage. Again, going towards a hammer up, trying to get the win as well as top 5 XP. So any damage possible I will try and get, regardless of whether it's heat or AP rounds that I'm firing. Just want to get that game won. Unfortunately, we both have to wait many days for the next one.
Sadly, this is true. Something I don't really think is a good idea with the ops, because for people that work a lot of hours or work irregular days or hours or whatever, such as both me and Phobia actually at times, it's difficult to get on, and obviously it's going to make it a bit of a pain to get the tank in time.
But hopefully we'll be able to get past. But as you can see, the op itself is relatively easy to get if you're in, say, a premium tank, just as we are now. One of the things I do like playing in it is smashing heat around. I can still get silver, especially with some of the ops, and not have an issue with anything else. On the end up being the post-game screen, you can see the way it went in total. It was pretty much a decent game overall. I mean, for every single person that played, but more so on the top of the leaderboards is where you'd want to be, and you can see premium tanks are everywhere. I think it was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 tanks on our team that were not premium, which is, I don't see that on a regular basis at all. That's really odd. But yeah, overall, Swamp as it is, seems to be less of a camp fest, more of an aggressive play if you're in a medium and if you can push around and take advantage. And artillery cover is everywhere. If you can get behind that church, you're solid. If you can get yourself into cover and roll back and forth in between where we started at the spawn, as well as where the castle is, you're going to be golden as well. So this is going to be more of an arty-friendly map, more of an aggressive play map, and less of a goddamn camp fest. But hopefully if you enjoyed the video, don't forget to obviously like, comment and subscribe. And as always, have fun with the rest of the game. See you later.
Adios.